Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from MRC Newsbusters, America's media watchdog, dated September 6th. It says media celebration of all black Ravens quarterback room shows the hypocrisy of their diversity initiative. And so I was like, all right, let's check this out. It says the progressive NFL media is obsessed with highlighting how black players overcome racial barriers within the league. Yes, because they've never actually played before. Jesus. It says in fact they are so obsessed that sometimes these barriers are things the media makes up to create content. As such, a new development within the Baltimore Ravens organization has them jumping for joy. What is that you say? Does the Ravens have what it is believed to be the first all black quarterback room in NFL history, which includes three signal callers and two quarterback related coaches? Now, I have a question for everybody out there. Is it more important in sports that everybody looks a certain way or that your team wins the championship? And if they win the championship, do you care what they look like at all? I don't. Even if they don't win the championship, do you care what they look like at all? I don't. I just care that we have the best players on the field. I don't give a shit if they're red or green or purple or silver. I don't care. Win. That's what matters is winning. Like, this doesn't mean anything to me. If they don't win anything, I don't care. If they win everything, I don't care. Like, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at their ability to play the game because that's kind of more important than what they look like. So let's keep going. It says from left to light, the left to right, left to light. What the hell am I talking about? Let's say the men in the picture. So let's scroll up here. So here we go. It says our assistant coach Kerry Dixon. Did he play in the NFL? The name sounds familiar. His backup Tyler Huntley, starter Lamar Jackson, backup Josh Johnson, and quarterbacks coach T. Martin. So the standalone fact is a pretty unique and newsworthy, but unfortunately, this narrative surrounding this development is full of racist undertones. Says Jason Reed, the author of Rise of the Black Quarterback, What It Means for America, said that this development is a sign that black people are no longer thought to be incapable of playing quarterback and finally being given the respect they deserve. Wait a minute. Okay. No one thought this. Okay. Nobody. Like what was it? Doug Williams playing for the Redskins was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. By the way, that was in 1987. That was 36 years ago. Okay. So what are you talking about here? Yeah, that was sure. That was nearly what 20. It was 20. What 2 years after the first Super Bowl? But like I know there was a stigma around that when I was growing up because when Doug Williams won that was at 87. I was 9 years old. I mean, I don't remember reading anything like that when I was nine, but I mean, come on, like to sit there and say that this is a sign that black people are no longer thought to be incapable of playing quarterback. No one thought that. I mean, even when I was growing up in like my teens, like I think the quarterback that everybody thought was like the most dynamic quarterback was Randall Cunningham of the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay. And then for a little bit after that, Dante Culpepper on the Vikings. Like nobody I know has thought this before. But anyway, okay, it says, so what the Ravens have right now is definitely groundbreaking, even in 2023. No, it isn't even a little. So Reed said, it said the significance of this is that we are now in the era of the black quarterback in the NFL. Who cares? If they win, great. If they don't, who cares? And what about Patrick Mahomes? Like, why are we focusing on Lamar Jackson? I haven't watched the NFL in years, so I've heard he's like one of the best players. So good. Good for the Ravens. But like, isn't Patrick Mahomes? I know he's half white, but still, like, that says something. I mean, he's won what 2 or 3 Super Bowls already. So like, and nobody's looking at going black. It's not like he's black. Like, no one gives a shit. If the team wins, they don't care. Even if they don't win, they're not pointing that out. They're just going, our team sucks. So it says, well, it may be true to a degree that at one point black quarterbacks were discouraged from playing that position, and I'm sure it was at one point. So it's been decades since anyone has doubted whether or not black athletes could be quarterbacks. And again, as I mentioned earlier, that's very true. Because furthermore, there have been multiple black quarterbacks in every decade of the league's existence, and some of the best quarterbacks of the past 20 years are black. Correct. But the media still loves to bring up this narrative every season because their quest for more diversity and inclusion never ends. However, the race obsessed crusade only focuses on areas where black people are deemed to be the victims of injustice, while completely ignoring other ethnic groups that experience the same type of inequality. Because, for example, in 2021, the Washington Redskins made Troy Apke the first white cornerback in 19 years. So last year, 64 starting corners were black. So, again, don't care. But okay, I mean, if anybody can play the position and they play it well and they're good enough to play it in the NFL, let them play it. Don't really care. Let's talk about a lack of representation. But did the America celebrate Apke overcoming a racial barrier in his position? Nope. And where is the yearly calls to action from the left to diversify his position? Nowhere to be found. Because the left's diversity, what they mean by that is just no white people. That's it. That's all it is. It's not actual like there need to be like only people of color everywhere, which again, don't care as long as the team wins. Doesn't matter what you look like. But their diversity initiative at its core is just simply no white people. It says, which again is racist. So it says, whenever the media talks about the cornerback situation, they often do so in a way that makes it seem like it's not a problem or even humorous. Sure, it's an interesting talking point that only one white guy has been chosen for that position in 21 years, but to them, it's not a sign of racism or a situation that the league needs to fundamentally address. Why not NFL? Doesn't that seem like it's a little weird? Says to be clear, that's how it should be viewed. Yeah, if they're doing it for one position, you got to do it for all of them. Says, but the double standard couldn't be more obvious. Unequal levels of representation only matter to the left when black people are in the minority. So these types of narratives are highly unnecessary, but when has it ever stopped the left? No, it never has. So I ask anybody out there, sports fans, football fans, like, do you care what the players on your team look like if they're winning? Even if they're losing, do you care? Do you just care that you have a competitive team out there like me and that they can do something and hopefully win a title? Like, I think about this and I think about like I think my earliest favorite player in any sport, because I was always a baseball person first and foremost, was Leon Durham, who was the first baseman for the Chicago Cubs, who was black. And it never occurred to me that he was black. He was just my favorite player for my favorite team. I didn't care. But like, does anybody actually care about this, or no? Or is it just the racists in the media that are bringing this up? So let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.